Good evening, this is Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. The Bharat Jodo Yatra is all set to enter Rajasthan on the 3rd of December. And just ahead of that, there is a full-blown political war between Ashok Gehlot and his one-time deputy, Sachin Pilot. Gehlot is called Pilot Gaddar, Nalayak, Nikamma, the choicest of abuses. But why this open and blatant name-calling? And that too, when the Congress should be putting up a united front ahead of Rahul Gandhi's big yatra rolling into Rajasthan, and before the grand old party can defend its fortress in Rajasthan before next year's elections where the BJP is breathing fire. Will Ashok Gehlot pipe down? Will the new Congress president, Mr. Kharge, take action as was recommended by the disciplinary committee? Or is all of it going to be brushed under the carpet to Sachin Pilot's detriment yet again? But first, the story.
Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot are once again at loggerheads. This time, the battle has intensified just days ahead of the Bharat Jodo Yatra entering Rajasthan. It all started during a rally in Savai Madhopur. While addressing the rally, Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot openly attacked Sachin Pilot. He reminded everyone of Pilot's 2020 rebellion and even called him a traitor.
हम चाहेंगे कि इस बार सगा रिपीट हो हमारी, आप रिपीट करो। जिस प्रकार षड्यंत्र किया गया, वो षड्यंत्र बीजेपी का था। आप बताइए, 19 विधायकों से जिस प्रकार से उनको ले गए, मानेसर के अंदर ले गए, 14 दिन तक भुगता हम लोगों ने होटलों के अंदर। 35 करोड़, 30 करोड़, 25 करोड़, उससे ज्यादा भी ऑफर करते कहीं पर।
Sachin Pilot, on his part, didn't hold back either. He believes that comments made by Gehlot were completely unnecessary and called the allegations against him baseless. Pilot went on to say that nothing is permanent in politics as Congress has lost twice under Gehlot's leadership.
The Bharatiya Janata Party was squarely defeated in Rajasthan when I was the Congress Party president. And Ashok Gehlot ji has been Chief Minister twice. Both times under his leadership, the Congress Party lost badly. Despite that, when we won in 2018, the leadership in the Congress Party decided that he should become CM for the third time. And we all agreed to that.
Senior Congress leaders are trying to douse the fire in Rajasthan ahead of the Bharat Jodo Yatra. The grand old party called the conflict rhetoric and asked them to resolve the issue at the organizational level.
अलग-अलग विचार के लोग हैं, पर हम कांग्रेस पार्टी के सदस्य हैं। कांग्रेस पार्टी के अंदर कोई भय का माहौल नहीं है, कोई डर का माहौल नहीं है। लोग अपने आप जो अपने मन में है, अपनी बात, मन की बात बोल देते हैं, कभी-कभी पार्टी के अंदर, कभी-कभी मीडिया के द्वारा।
Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra is scheduled to enter Rajasthan on the 3rd of December. But Congress's state unit is scrambling to put up a united face. The situation was similar in Punjab, when Navjot Singh Sidhu and Captain Amarinder Singh stood against each other. That infighting eventually led to Congress's rout in the state. Now with infighting intensifying in Rajasthan, which is going into polls next year, will the Congress lose another state?
All right, let's open this up to our guest tonight. Rakhi Rathod is spokesperson of the Rajasthan BJP. Sanjay Jha, former Congress leader and political analyst. Rashid Kidwai, author and senior journalist who's been tracking the Congress party for a number of decades now. Kailash Adhikari is director with governance now. Sanjay, let me start with you first. The words that Ashok Gehlot used for Sachin Pilot in the last few days, Nalayak, Nikamma and Gaddar. Surely no politician worth his salt wants to be referred by these words, and that too at a time when Bharat Jodo is all set to enter Rajasthan in the next week. You have to unmute, Sanjay. You have to unmute, please.
Zaka, can you hear me now?
Go ahead. Yeah, thank you.
Well, it is pretty obvious that Mr. Gehlot seems to be highly disturbed at the moment. Of course, he's used pretty nasty and vulgar words against Sachin even earlier. You rattled off some of them. But currently, I think the provocation is very straightforward. He has got the message, I think, subtle, oblique, or very upfront, I don't know, that he is likely to be replaced as the Rajasthan Chief Minister. I have my own, sources that tell me that Sachin is the preferred candidate. It's already been a belated decision, not yet taken. And he will probably be the chief ministerial face for the Congress in 2023. And Mr. Gehlot, who's committed political harakiri by actually, creating an internal rebellion within the Congress when the Congress president elections were coming up, has at the moment ostracized himself. He's like a pariah within the core Congress think tank. The Gandhi family doesn't trust him anymore.
But Sanjay, two things.
Sanjay,
two things. One is that Mr. Gehlot still has the numbers in Rajasthan. For whatever it's worth, the last time too, when Sachin Pilot did that rebellion a few years ago, the reason why he was not successful was because he doesn't have the numbers. So let's talk about pure hard numbers here. Number one.
Okay.
Number two, Sanjay, the fact is also that Mr. Gehlot, for whatever it's worth, you're saying he's out of favor with the Gandhi family, so on and so forth, but he is still looking after Gujarat affairs for the Congress party.
Well, I think too late to make any changes of that. We'll have to go and see how well the Congress does in Gujarat. At the moment, it seems to be on the back foot. But let me answer the question to you on the numbers. Now, you know something, Zaka, where the Congress MLAs are concerned, they will finally respond to the diktat coming from the Congress High Command, which I think, let's agree, is the Gandhi family. And Mr. Kharge, I assume, is now more instrumental also in the decision-making process. So if tomorrow Sachin Pilot is indicated to be the preferred choice of Chief Minister going forward, I can tell you right now on your show, Mr. Gehlot will be left with a handful of people. In fact, none maybe, because all the MLAs will go with what the Congress High Command wants.
Okay.
They won on a Congress ticket and they will shift their allegiance immediately.
It's interesting you say that because 2 months back when the Congress president elections was happening, I think close to 90 MLAs had gone with Mr. Gehlot. But anyway, be that as it may, let me ask Rakhi Rathod. Well, yes, Congress is infighting. There is Mr. Gehlot versus Mr. Pilot. But it's not like the BJP in Rajasthan is a united house either, Rakhi Rathod.
Actually, BJP has nothing to do with the crisis which is happening in Rajasthan as far as Congress is concerned, because we have a concern with the people of Rajasthan who are suffering because of the infight and the rift between the Congress leaders here. And as far as BJP is concerned, we have one leader with us, that is Narendra Modi, and under his leadership, we are going to fight the next assembly election. But the problem is that why Rajasthan is topping the chart as far as number of rape cases are concerned, high rates of petrol, diesel, electricity, high rate of unemployment. So these are the burning issues, and because
no, but
Congress
petrol, diesel, joblessness, electricity, these are all problems across states, not just in Rajasthan.
But we are topping the chart. Look at the record of CMIE. We are among the top three if the unemployment rate is concerned. So it is because of the rift, and rift has been going from last 4 years. From 2018, we have seen many incidences when the people, the party leaders, they are attacking each other.
So can you? Yeah, fair enough. There is an open rift in the Congress party, but even in the BJP, yes. Can you please tell me, ma'am, who is your chief ministerial face? Is it Vasundhara Raje? Is it Gajendra Shekhawat? Is it Arjun Meghwal? Is it Mr. The leader of the opposition there? Who is going to be the face of the BJP going into next year's elections?
The face of the BJP would be decided by the parliamentary board, and I think in BJP it is a normal routine that the chief minister's face would be decided by the parliamentary board, and this will also happen.
Okay, so let me ask Rashid Kidwai. You know, this is open name calling by Mr. Gehlot on Sachin Pilot. Now, here you have a predicament. Mr. Gehlot is getting away with it. There was this open rebellion that happened a couple of months back when the Congress president elections were happening. There was a disciplinary committee that was sent there. Ajay Makan was part of it. Mr. Kharge was part of it. Mr. Kharge is now the Congress party president. And the disciplinary committee has recommended very stern action against certain loyalists of Mr. Gehlot. But Mr. Kharge, as Congress president, is sitting on that report. He's not acting. Why?
Because, Azaka, there is no clear definition on what constitutes the Congress High Command now. We all have known that Congress High Command has been weak since 2014. But now a different kind of crisis is there. Mr. Kharge, who's the Congress president, but he's looking at the three Gandhis for some kind of direction. And Mr. Rahul Gandhi is so much preoccupied with his Bharat Jodo Yatra, and Sonia Gandhi is gone into a kind of semi-retirement for the time being. And that leaves just, Priyanka Gandhi, and she cannot take a political call on such a matter. So So it is for Mr. Kharge, but Mr. Kharge is not going to act on his own. So this kind of thing will go on. I have a suspicion this will go.
It's a simple question. Was there an active rebellion that happened in the Rajasthan unit of the Congress party amongst the MLAs? Number one. Number two, was Mr. Gehlot either overtly or covertly encouraging that rebellion? I think the committee that went, certainly Mr. Markan is very clear about the answers to those questions. And if Mr. Markan's report is to be accepted, then surely action should be taken. We've all seen what happened.
Zaka, in the Congress history, the Congress chief ministers do not that kind of, enjoy that support that some of the, like Mamata Banerjee or some of the regional satraps do. The only exception was perhaps Devraj Ars when Indira Gandhi was out of power. So in that context, one can argue that Mr. Ashok Gehlot had so many numbers and all, but it is actually the Congress leadership. If tomorrow Congress leadership decides to prop up any person, not only just Sachin Pilot, anyone else, the MLAs would back.
But why are they not doing that? Here you have a veteran who has openly, encouraged rebellion against his own government, against his own fellow Congress member, Mr. Pilot, and the disciplinary committee vouches that. And yet, 2 months on, the leadership doesn't seem to be in a mood to act against Mr. Gehlot.
Azaka, you hear what Mr. Jairam Ramesh has said, that both have a thing, and all the Congress is trying to prescribe some kind of homeopathy medicine when some kind of surgery is required. The Congress may not be liking PV Narasimha Rao much in its publications, etc., but it actually subscribes to PV Narasimha Rao's way of style of functioning, that inaction is action in itself. PV Narasimha Rao could get away with it because he was Prime Minister. But today the Congress is already in the doldrums, so inaction.
What I find amazing, and I'll ask Kailash this, is you have an open rebellion. Clearly, I think the disciplinary committee's report also very clearly said that it was actively encouraged by Mr. Gehlot. So let's not beat around the bush here. It was Mr. Gehlot who, overtly and covertly sort of encouraged that rebellion. Then you have Mr. Gehlot being asked by the Gandhi family to become the Congress president, and he wanted to thwart that, therefore he encourages rebellion. So neither has he listened to the Gandhi family, and he has actively promoted this rebellion against him. And yet, 2 months on, no action is being taken against him. And Rashid says inaction is the best form of action. Like, please explain to me, what message is this? If this were to happen in the BJP, whoever this chief minister was, would have been history by now, boss.
Absolutely. Zaka, if you see in Gujarat, close to some time ago, the chief minister, the entire cabinet, the entire council of ministers were just changed overnight, And the thing with, whenever we talk about the Congresses or Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra, there comes instances where we are made to think whether there is a time to Jodo the Congress more than Bharat. And time and again, we have discussed this. Now, Ashok Gehlot is not only a seasoned, he's a very senior and seasoned politician of the Congress party, but across party lines, he's a seasoned and he's a veteran, if you call. And for him to use words for his own colleague in his own party, once upon a time his deputy, and also the head of the Congress party in Rajasthan, to use such as Nikamma, or to use words such as like what he used today, Gaddar and all, is very unparliamentary. I mean, it's not, we do not expect that from him or any politician of his stature. Now, currently, what is happening is that time has come for Mallikarjun Kharge to come to step into this and show that he is the true party president. If he cannot do now, then whatever happened, the election, what happened on 18th of October, about a month and a half ago, will open the farce of the Congress party and keep open in front of the public eye what they have been seeing in the Congress party, the broken Congress party, the disoriented Congress party since 2014.
No, so Sanjay, we've had, this almost seems deja vu, you know why? Because what's happening now in Rajasthan, there was almost a pre-run of that happening in Punjab a few months ago, right? We saw what happened between Amrinder Singh and Navjot Singh Sidhu and this compromise candidate in Mr. Channi, and then the entire electoral fiasco that happened in Punjab. It's almost like the Congress party is happy to repeat that story, this time in a different state, in the state of Rajasthan. Somebody needs to bell the cat. The result of this internecine war, we all know. If you go by the Punjab example, Congress party will lose and lose badly in Rajasthan. Why doesn't somebody bell the cat? Why doesn't somebody stem the cancer?
You know, Zaka, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, prevarication, procrastination, postponement, these can never be solutions to a problem which involves two senior people who have been out in a public conflict since the last 4 years in one of the few states that the Congress has. I mean, the party is committing complete suicide by not being decisive. Absolutely right. You know, one of the reasons I got suspended from the Congress was because I publicly took a position to say that you need to have a change of guard and you need to do it transparently. And if it is not working out, take a tough call. You are absolutely right. The Congress has to bite the bullet. Otherwise, Rajasthan is gone. And I'm not surprised that the BJP spokesperson today is going to flash a very, kind of a confident smile, because everything that the Congress is doing today is adding to the BJP kitty. So the bottom line is this, that if a man like Ajay Makan, and Zaka, I know him pretty well, he's a very moderate guy, soft-spoken, is a loyalist of the Congress, when he actually puts in his resignation and says, listen, I can't handle this anymore, that tells you of the completely pathetic and the desperate state that the Rajasthan unit is in. So I do hope that instead of, it's good to be pursuing the Bharat Jodo Yatra, I think it's a grand initiative, do it. But you got to multitask in politics. This is troubleshooting time. And
Okay.
you're absolutely right on the Punjab example. Sachin Pilot does not want to be a sacrificial lamb like Charanjit Singh Channi. You can't give him 3 months to win Rajasthan. You need to give him
Yep.
full calendar year.
No, that's a fair point. I mean, we saw what happened with Mr. Channi. He was a compromise candidate. Clearly, he didn't work. And the Congress party was reduced to its worst performance, and I think the last 20 or 30 years in Punjab. And if this situation in Rajasthan is not addressed and not addressed forthwith, then the Congress party could again find itself in a similar situation in Rajasthan. But I want to go back to Rakhi Rathod. And please explain to me, ma'am, how the last 4 years of Mr. Gehlot's rule, how it's any worse off than the previous 5 years of Vasundhara Raje.
Actually, Zakar, look at the law and order condition in Rajasthan. If you'll see that from last 3 years, according to NCRB reports, we are topping the chart as far as number of rape cases are concerned. Rajasthan was not known for these kind of incidences, and it was known to be a silent state earlier. But because of the lack of governance by the current government and Ashok Gehlot ji, he was busy in taking care of his chief ministership only, because he happens to be the home minister of Rajasthan also. He was not able to take care of the condition of law and order here, and that is why it has collapsed badly. So this is the main reason. And the second point is that...
Just one point. As per the
Yes.
NCRB report, the latest NCRB report, which is for 21-22, the state that is topping in terms of number of rapes against women is Madhya Pradesh. It's not Rajasthan.
The latest is, I think, 6,337 cases. The maximum number of cases were reported in 21 NCRB report in Rajasthan. And that is the maximum among all the states in India.
Okay, and my information is that Madhya Pradesh is 1 and Rajasthan is 2. But anyway,
No,
that's a point of
The
detail.
second position is of UP, and the number of cases are 2,800 there.
My issue is that what BJP is doing in Rajasthan is similar to what BJP is doing in all other states, whereas you pick up divisive issues, you pick up polarizing issues, you pick up Nupur Sharma and what happened in Udaipur and everything, and you make this into a Hindu-Muslim election. That is the accusation against you.
No, actually, this kind of attitude was from the state government. Actually, look at the inaction from the state government for Karoli riots happened, because they were not able to arrest that culprit. In fact, the main accused in Karoli riots is not under the arrest of police yet. So it is because of many, cases. In fact, many Section 144 was imposed during Ram Navami procession, during Diwali procession. But there was an order for a free supply of electricity during Ramzan. So these are basically, this is the hypocrisy of Congress government, because they want to support a particular set of people in Rajasthan, and we want to show what is exactly happening in here. So these were the issues were taken by the BJP, because there are actual issues.
Okay, let me go to Rashid. Rashid, what is Mr. Kharge's compulsion? It's not like he owes any allegiance either to Sachin Pilot or to Ashok Gehlot. Why is he sort of sitting on this report of the disciplinary committee? Why is he so loath to taking action?
Because Zaka, let's let's remember this, the political leadership of the Congress party has been with the Gandhis. There were a lot of pro-changers, including my friend Mr. Sanjay Jha, who very strongly advocated there should be a non-Gandhi member as a Congress president. Now that non-Gandhi member is the Congress president, that person doesn't want to exercise power. He's looking at Tenjan Path, he's looking at Tughlaq Crescent, he's looking at Sujan Singh Park for some kind of guidance. Now, when the guidance is not coming, so he's just sitting over, just like I gave example of PV Narasimha Rao. Inaction is action. That is what he's doing because he's good at it. Now, it is for the Congress people to realize what it means to have a non-Congress president. I mean, non-Gandhi as Congress president.
No, but tell me, Rashid, after having seen what happened in Punjab, to be again sitting on this and inaction is the best form of action, then that means that the Congress party has not learned any lessons from what happened in Punjab.
Absolutely, but Zaka, we must remember Punjab was not lost in a day. There was some kind of action was there in which Sidhu was made PCC president instead of being made chief minister or so. So there was a half-hearted attempt. And let's not forget, Zaka, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge was in thick of things. The idea of making Charanjit Singh Chandy as chief minister of Punjab was his brainchild. He was there also he was an observer. In Rajasthan also he was an observer. So there is something wrong with the Congress because if you change the name of who's a Congress president and who's a general secretary is not going to. It's the work culture that has to change. I mean the example that you give about BJP, there is a decisive leadership. BJP did face political crisis even in Uttar Pradesh just 2 years ago when over 100 MLAs had signed a letter against Yogi, but it was sorted out. It was sorted out in Uttarakhand. It was sorted out in Karnataka. So there is some kind of effort is there. Now there is no effort. Inaction is a mantra.
No, I think Rashid has a very valid point, Kailash. I mean, it's not like the BJP or BJP-ruled states don't have problems. We've seen that in Karnataka. We saw that in UP also a few years ago. But somehow either the central leadership steps in or the state leadership steps up. The issues, Uttarakhand is the most famous example. They had 3 chief ministers in the space of a couple of years. But the central leadership steps in or the state leadership steps up and they fix the problem well in time before the elections. Because once the election process rolls in, once the campaign kick starts, then it's like a well-oiled machine that is going after one target and one target only, which is to win the state at all costs. Whatever problems they have in their state units, they are fixed 6 months before the election process kicks in.
Zaka, Bharatiya Janata Party today is like a united family. There are infightings everywhere. We all know that that's human tendency. But at the end of the day, the Bharatiya Janata Party is very successful in reaching a consensus on that. Whether that how they do that consensus is the prowess, I would call it, that they have. The Congress party is completely headless. As I said in the beginning also, they are disoriented. And by having a non-Gandhi party president, if that person has to look up to the Gandhis only, then it's de facto, it's meaningless. The entire process was meaningless. I take the liberty of being a little crude here, but looking at the events that are happening with the party, they actually need a dialysis.
Okay, they actually need dialysis. Sanjay Jha, look at the elections between now and 2024. 2024 is going to be the big one, of course, the general election. Gujarat and Himachal, I don't think the Congress party is, even giving a serious fight. Maybe in Himachal, but in Gujarat, certainly not. Certainly compared to 2017, I don't think they are giving a serious fight at all. Then you have Karnataka, where, of course, the Congress party stands a chance. It is the principal opposition party. Then you have Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh before the big one in 2024, the general election. And of those 3, frankly, I don't know if the Congress party is in a position to win any of those 3 states.
Absolutely, Zaka. Think about it. It's such a crucial period for the Congress. I agree with you that in Karnataka, they seem to be in pole position. But every time the Congress has been a front runner, it has got this predilection for committing some kind of a blunder or the other, Punjab being a classic example of that.
No, the same thing is happening in Karnataka. Siddaramaiah versus DK Shivkumar. Same problem.
Even Chhattisgarh,
yes.
The same problem, right? So I think the inability of the Congress leadership to be decisive, I always believe that if you've got problems, bring people together, sort it out, take a decision. Not taking a decision, as Rashid seems to be saying, is actually detrimental. You know what the BJP does differently? They take a decision. If it is wrong, they correct it. But if you're not going to take a decision at all and you're expecting some kind of a remarkable, divine intervention to solve your problems, you're going to face exactly what you're facing today with Sachin Pilot's public humiliation done by Ashok Gehlot that doesn't do well to the Congress at all. Sachin should be the chief minister. And if the Congress has to take a simple call here, who do you think should be your leader in 2023? If the Congress leadership believes it's Mr. Gehlot, let them appoint and continue with Mr. Gehlot. If they believe it's Sachin Pilot, they should do it now.
The problem, Sanjay, is, and I keep going back to this, if Sachin Pilot were to be named as the head of the CLP, as the next chief minister, I don't think the Congress leadership or frankly Sachin himself is confident of having the numbers, because when that rebellion happened 2 months ago, it was not 10 or 20 or 30 MLAs who were backing Ashok Gehlot. It was like 90 MLAs out of 100 plus that the Congress has. That is not a small number.
I agree with you, Zaka. I mean, that is precisely the bluff that Mr. Gehlot has actually called to the Congress, that he has the majority of the MLAs with him.
Yes.
But the truth is that tomorrow, if Mr. Kharge and the Gandhi family say Sachin will be the chief minister going forward till 2023, trust me, the majority of them, if not all, will back whoever is chosen, in this case,
Rashid,
Sachin Pilot.
will that happen, or is it easier said than done? Will the entire CLP in Rajasthan fall in line if the Gandhi family and Mr. Kharge say Sachin Pilot is our chosen face to lead us into 2023?
I think it is now non-negotiable.
Rashid, please. Yeah, thank you.
What happened in Punjab is exactly what Mr. Sanjay Jha is saying. So nobody sided, out of that 78, 79 MLAs, nobody sided with the outgoing chief minister, that being Amrinder Singh. And Amrinder Singh had, stature, and he was very towering kind of Congress leader of Punjab. So that would happen. I don't think not even 5 MLAs would side with Mr. Ashok Gehlot if Congress leadership adopts that thing. But that requires courage of conviction. That requires, you look at Mr. Kharge. Mr. Kharge is not even acknowledging what Ajay Makan has been saying. So if that is a state of affairs and he wants Gandhis to come out in open and say this, I don't think Gandhi is going to do this. So
this is happening in Mr. Kharge's home state also. There is again this internecine fight between Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar. And frankly, I don't think, the Congress is in a good position in Karnataka, but frankly, I don't think they will name a chief ministerial candidate for fear that the other person will get upset.
Absolutely, and Mr. Kharge knows all this. Mr. Kharge knows how he missed a chance of becoming, chief minister himself many years ago. So he is a past master in all these things. So don't expect any kind of adventurous course from his side. He is there to keep the seat warm till 2024, and he knows that mandate.
Rakhi Rathod, I'll give you the final word. The only reason the BJP may do well in Rajasthan next year is because of infighting in the Congress, and not necessarily because of any great track record of your own party.
We have a good track record. In fact, for us, we will go in the election with the good works done by the central leadership, by the Narendra Modi in Rajasthan state, and with the failure of Rajasthan government, who failed to deliver what they promised in 2018 with the people of Rajasthan here.
I'm once again asking 30 seconds. Who is going to be the CM face?
That would be decided by the parliamentary board, and we have our leader as Narendra Modi, and he will be the face for the next election also. Okay,
I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much, Rakhi Rathod, Sanjay Jha, Rashid Kidwai, and Kailash Adhikari for joining us. We'll see if at all the Congress leadership is able to tame this whole Sachin Pilot versus Ashok Gehlot war that is happening before the Bharat Jodo Yatra enters Rajasthan in the first week of December. Quick break. When we come back on the other side, it's a Maha border Nataka. The tussle for Belagavi once again reignited. Is it because of elections that are due in Karnataka in the next 3 to 4 months? Or is this a historical baggage that's not been addressed yet? Quick break. We'll see you on the other side.